Listen, ladies, men are not as complicated as they want you to think. We're like billboards. You don't have to stare too hard to see what we're advertising. When a man is attracted to you, his body language will tell on him every single time. See, men might try to play cool with their words, but their hands, oh, that's the truth detector. A man's touch says more than his mouth ever will. Our bodies talk louder than our mouths. You can listen to all the sweet lines, smooth compliments, and casual conversations we throw your way. But if you really want to know what's in a man's heart, you watch where his hands go. A man can hide his feelings with his words, but his touch. Oh no, that's the truth serum right there. You can fake a smile, you can fake some laughter, but you can't fake where your hand naturally wants to rest. That right there tells you exactly how a man feels about you. See, when a man is attracted to you, he doesn't have to make a big announcement. He doesn't need to write you a letter or post it online. It's in the subtle things. And a woman with the right kind of awareness can read those signs like a book. A man's attraction shows up in 5 main places. And when you know them, you'll see the truth whether he speaks it or not. Let's start with the hand. Now, I'm not talking about the handshake or some quick pat on the back. I mean holding your hand when there's no real reason to. A man who's attracted to you will find a way to make that connection. You're walking together and suddenly he reaches for your hand. Maybe you're just standing there and his fingers brush against yours, and the next thing you know, he's holding on. That's not random, that's intentional. And here's the secret: if he starts stroking your palm or playing with your fingers while holding your hand, that's not just comfort. That's him saying, I'm thinking about you, and I'm feeling this moment. Men don't waste energy on women they're not interested in. That hand touch is him testing the waters, seeing how you respond, and locking in that small physical connection. Then there's the lower back touch. This one is classic because it's protective, it's guiding, and it's low, key intimate without being over the top. Picture this. You're walking through a crowd and his hand goes to the small of your back, gently steering you forward. Or you're walking through a doorway, and he places that hand right there to let you go first. Now listen, a man doesn't guide every woman like that. If he's putting his hand there, it means he wants to be near you. He wants to create that physical contact in a way that feels natural and protective. It's a move that says, I'm here, I've got you. It's not just about helping you through a space. It's about letting you know you're important enough for him to stay connected even in a crowd. Then you have the shoulder or the arm touch. This is a more playful one, but don't underestimate it. A man will often touch your arm when he's laughing with you or when he's making a point in conversation. Sometimes it's just a light tap when he's joking. Other times it's a gentle squeeze like he's pulling you into the moment. This is his safe zone. It's not as bold as touching your face or waist, but it's more than casual space. That arm touch is him saying, I like being close to you. I'm comfortable here. If you catch him doing it often, that's not habit. That's habit mixed with interest. Now let's talk about the face or hair touch. This one is deep. Men do not touch a woman's face unless they're truly drawn to her. That's not a casual move. It's personal, it's vulnerable, and it's special. When a man brushes your hair back from your face, when he cups your cheek, when his hand lingers along your jawline, that's not just attraction, that's emotional investment. Think about it. It's the most sensitive, most intimate gesture you can make without crossing into anything too physical. A man's hand on your face is him saying, I see you, I'm focused on you, and you matter to me. That's not just him being nice. That's him being involved in the moment with his whole heart. And then there's the waist touch. Let me tell you something. When a man puts his hand on your waist, especially in public, that is a statement. That's not just attraction, that's possession, that's claiming, that's chemistry you can feel in your bones. He's saying, this is where I want to be, right next to you, and I'm not afraid for anyone to know it. This isn't the same as bumping into someone or brushing by them. This is intentional contact. His hand fits there because he wants it there. And when you're talking about attraction, this is one of the clearest signals you'll ever get. Men don't always have the words to say what they feel, especially in the early stages. But their touch will speak every language they can't put into sentences. They'll test the waters with small touches to see if you welcome it. They'll build comfort over time. and they'll use their hands as a way to bridge the gap between their heart and yours. That's why paying attention to these little signals is so important, because while he's still figuring out what to say, his body is already showing you the answer. Ladies, men might try to convince you they're hard to read, but let me tell you something. We are the easiest book in the library. We think we're slick, but we give ourselves away without even realizing it. You don't need to be a mind reader to know when a man is attracted to you. You just need to watch where his hands go. Because our words can lie, our charm can be rehearsed, but where our hands land, that's pure, unfiltered truth. You can't fake that. When a man is drawn to you, his touch will change. He won't just be casual about it. His movements will have intention. His contact will have meaning, and every little touch will be his way of saying, I like you, without the risk of putting it into words. That's why you have to pay attention, because it's in these moments that his real feelings show up. The first place is the hand. See, holding someone's hand is simple, but it's not something men do for just anybody. We shake hands, we slap high fives, but holding hands, that's different. That's personal. When he reaches for your hand, when he doesn't need to, when you're walking together, when you're just standing side by side, even when you're sitting across from each other and he reaches over, that's him looking for a connection. It's an invitation. And if he starts to play with your fingers or trace your palm with his thumb, that's not random. That's his attraction slipping out into action. Men don't waste touch on women they don't see a future with. Then there's the lower back touch. That's one of the most subtle yet powerful moves a man can make. You're walking into a restaurant, crossing a street, or moving through a busy crowd, and suddenly his hand is at the small of your back, guiding you forward. It might feel casual, but it's anything but. That touch says, I'm here with you, and I'm not letting you drift too far. It's protective, it's claiming without words, and it's one of the oldest signs in the book. Because that part of your back is intimate, it's not a place strangers touch. A man who does this is telling you he wants to be in your space and he's comfortable letting others see it. Then comes the arm or shoulder touch. This one's playful, almost testing the waters. He laughs and lightly taps your arm, or he leans in during a story and lets his hand rest on your shoulder. It's safe enough not to cross boundaries, but personal enough to make you feel his presence. The arm is his stepping stone. He can't go straight to the face or the waist. That's too forward. But he can touch your arm and see if you lean in or pull away. And if you notice he's doing this often, that's a sure sign he's building comfort and connection. Now, the face and hair touch. That's where it gets real. Men don't go there unless they're truly invested. Think about it. Your face is personal, it's delicate, it's where your emotions show. When he brushes your hair out of your face, when his hand lingers on your cheek, when he tilts your chin up to meet his eyes, he's not just attracted, he's captivated. That's a gesture that requires vulnerability. A man won't do it unless he's comfortable letting you see how much you mean to him in that moment. And when his fingers trace your jawline or tuck your hair behind your ear, that's his way of saying, I want you to know I see you. I'm paying attention to you. And then there's the waist. Now, this isn't the same as an accidental brush or a casual side hug. When a man puts his hand on your waist and holds it there, especially in public, he's sending a message. He's saying, you're mine. I want to be close to you. I don't care who notices. It's one of the boldest touches a man can make without speaking a word. That's because the waist is intimate. It's a point of closeness that requires comfort and confidence. And here's the thing. He doesn't just touch your waist for fun. He does it because in that moment, he wants the world to know he's connected to you. The beauty of all this is that men don't even realize how much these touches give them away. We think we're being smooth, just doing little things here and there. But to a woman who knows the signs, it's like we're speaking in all caps. The way he reaches for your hand when you cross the street, the way his palm rests on your back as you walk into a room, the way his fingers find their way to your hair or your waist. These are not accidents. They're small acts loaded with meaning. And you've got to understand men use touch as a bridge between where they are and where they want to be with you. At first, it's quick, almost testing, an arm, a hand. Then, as the comfort grows, it becomes more intimate, the face, the waist. And each time, he's checking your response, seeing if you're meeting him halfway. This is his way of building a physical connection without rushing the words. A man's attraction isn't always announced out loud. It's in the way his hand finds yours without thinking, in the way he guides you like you're the only one in the room, in the way he touches your face like it's something precious. If you learn to notice it, you'll never be confused about where you stand. His words might still be figuring things out, but his touch is already telling you the whole story. Ladies, let me be straight with you. Men are not mysterious creatures. We act like we've got this secret code nobody can crack. But if you pay attention, you'll see we've been telling on ourselves the whole time. A man can control his words. He can control his facial expression, but you know what he can't control? Where his hands go. That's the one thing that will always betray what he's feeling inside. You can talk to a man for hours and still not be sure if he's into you, but the moment you watch how he touches you, you'll have your answer without him saying a word. When a man is attracted to you, his touch is going to be intentional. He's not just touching you because it's polite or because the situation demands it. He's doing it because he's drawn to you, because he wants that little spark of connection. And the funny thing is, half the time he doesn't even realize he's doing it. His body is just following his heart. One of the first places you'll notice this is your hand. Now, holding hands might sound simple, but trust me, it's not something a man does with just anybody. Men are not walking around holding hands with women they feel nothing for. When he reaches out and takes your hand, especially when there's no real need for it, that's a statement. Maybe you're walking down the street. Maybe you're just standing there talking, and suddenly his fingers find yours. That's his way of saying, I want to be connected to you right now. And if he starts rubbing your thumb with his or gently tracing your palm, that's not a nervous habit. That's a man getting lost in the moment. That's attraction that can't sit still. Another place is the small of your back. You know, that gentle touch as you're walking through a doorway or weaving through a crowd. He places his hand there, guiding you, keeping you close. Now, ladies, men don't do that with everyone. That's not something you give to a stranger or someone you're just being polite to. That's a move that says, I've got you. I'm right here. It's protective, it's intimate, and it's a sign he's comfortable enough to bridge that physical space between you. And it's not about control. It's about wanting you to feel safe with him. That's why you'll see him do it even in little moments when it's not really necessary. Then there's the shoulder or arm touch. This is a man's favorite testing ground. He'll use it as a playful excuse, laughing and tapping your arm, leaning in to make a point and letting his hand rest on your shoulder. It's subtle, it's casual, but it's a way to measure your response. If you lean in or smile when he does it, he's going to do it again, maybe a little longer next time. It's his way of slowly building a comfort zone with you. And if you notice that he touches your arm often in conversation, that's not a coincidence. That's him saying, I like being close to you and I want more of this. Now, the face and hair, that's where things get serious. A man will not touch your face unless there's real attraction there. Think about it. Your face is personal. It's not something people just put their hands on unless there's trust and connection. When a man brushes a strand of hair from your eyes, cups your cheek, or lets his fingers linger along your jawline, he's not just flirting. He's showing a deeper interest. That's a move that requires vulnerability on his part. He's letting you see his feelings without a single word. And here's the thing. When a man touches your face, he's usually looking at you in a way that tells the whole story. Then you've got the waist touch. This one's bold. The waist is intimate territory. It's close to the core of your body, and it's not a place men touch casually. When his hand finds your waist, especially in public, it's saying something loud without saying anything at all. That's attraction. That's chemistry. That's him wanting to close every inch of space between you. It can happen when you're standing side by side, when he's pulling you closer for a picture, or when you're dancing. And if he keeps his hand there, that's a signal he's claiming that moment with you. He wants to be close, and he's not shy about it. What you have to understand, ladies, is that these touches are not random. They're not accidents. They're little markers on a map, each one showing you how close he's feeling to you. A man will start with the safer, more socially acceptable touches. Your hand, your arm. Then, as the attraction deepens, he'll move to more intimate gestures, your face, your waist. Every touch is a step, and each step is his way of testing. Can I go further? Will she let me closer? Men aren't always going to say how they feel right away. We might keep it bottled up, worried about timing or about how you'll react. But our hands will give us away every time. They'll reach for yours when we're walking. They'll find your back when we're guiding you. They'll linger on your face when we're lost in your eyes. That's the real truth right there in plain sight. You just have to be willing to see it. Ladies, let me tell you something. When a man is into you, his mouth might stay quiet, but his hands will always tell the truth. He might play it cool. He might act like he's not giving anything away, but his touch will betray him every single time. You can listen to his words all day long, but if you really want to know how he feels, you've got to pay attention to where and how he touches you. That's the real language of attraction, and it's a language you don't even need to speak. You just need to feel it. When a man is attracted to you, his body is drawn to you almost without him realizing it. His touches won't be random, they'll be deliberate, even if they seem small. It's not about making a big move. It's about building a connection, one little moment at a time. Those little touches are his way of saying, I see you, I want you, I'm thinking about you, without putting it into words. One of the first and easiest ways you'll spot it is in your hands. Hand-holding might seem innocent, but trust me, men don't just go around holding hands with women they're not interested in. That's personal. That's intimate in its own way. When he reaches for your hand when